Hi everyone. I'm feeling so much better today. Um, After I stopped recording my video yesterday, I called my friend and we talked for almost 45 minutes. She was super supportive, calm, listened, gave me good advice. It was great. Um, and then I went and got some food that I know that I like, some comfort food. It was some rolled tacos with guacamole and cheese. Um, and so it wasn't a terrible lunch, decent. Um, avocado is good for you. Cheese, lots of protein. And then I went home and I took my daughter and my food and I went upstairs into our room and I spent the rest of the day there. We went down um, once to feed her some of her food because she's eating purees, but mainly formula. We hung out. We had a good time. Um, she napped. We played. I watched, some of a show that I'm enjoying right now. When she napped, I read a book on my phone, which I'm enjoying. It really gave my body a chance to um, my nervous system to calm down. I removed myself from everything that was giving me anxiety and gave my body and my nervous system and my mind a chance to calm down and relax and just, give myself a chance to bounce back. So it was actually really good. My day ended up going good the rest of the day. I enjoyed it, laughed with my daughter, had a good time, relaxed. And then um, I still didn't have much of an appetite. But it's important to eat. So in the evening, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that my husband made for me. Um, so I'm feeling much better today. He also took our daughter this morning so I could get a little extra sleep. And even without that extra sleep, I would have felt a lot better today because I gave myself a chance yesterday to calm down my system and kind of reevaluate, reset. So, what I wanted to talk about today was what I've learned um, so far and how to deal with what works for me right now. And previously, if something like yesterday had happened, I would have shut down for the rest of the day. I wouldn't have eaten. I would have been crying. I would have, probably slept for a few hours to, uh, offset my anxiety. I would have let it ruin the rest of my day and I would have just spiraled and not eaten anything. I would have just not ate. So I now I've learned a couple things that are really important is having a support system, making sure that I still eat, and then also listening to yourself. So for me, everything inside me was like, I want to go to my room. I want to go to my room. I want to take my daughter and I want to go to my room. So obviously, if I'm feeling that way, there's a reason. And so that's what I did. And that was exactly what I needed. I needed to hole up in my room for a little bit so that I could get away from everything that was making me anxious, all the outside factors, and just kind of a safe space for me, which is our bedroom right now in my in law's house. It's not ideal, it's not the perfect safe place, like as if we had our own home, where I have the kitchen and the living room and the backyard and everything is my safe place. But to at least have the bedroom is okay enough to where I could reset yesterday. So that was nice. So I found over time that it's really important to listen to yourself, to listen to what works for you, because I'm sure, um, for example, my friend yesterday gave me some tips and some advice to do. They were great advice and tips, but they weren't what I felt like I needed to do in that moment. So you're going to have all kinds of people that are going to give you doctors, therapists, other people, family, friends, support system. They're going to give you advice or, oh, do this or that, and that's going to help you. But at the end of the day, you need to listen to yourself. What do you feel like you need? And that is what's most important, because only you are going to know what you need in those moments. And you have to pay attention to yourself. You have to listen to yourself. You have to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. Because if you don't, then you're not going to know how to cope in those situations and to bounce back from them. I could have let yesterday ruin my whole day, and it could have flowed over to today, but I didn't. I, have learned how to listen to myself and do what I need to do to get better quicker. And in the future, who knows? Maybe I'll learn more things, better ways to cope. But for right now, that's what worked for me yesterday. So, and then the other thing is your support system. I had to find my support system. I had to figure out who I could go to, who I could call, who I could talk to about certain things. And I have multiple support people. So my husband's my main support system. I have my mom, my best friend, and then I have two other friends here where I live, not far from me. And then I have I have two doctors, and then I have two different therapists that I don't see. I don't see the therapist regularly anymore, but I know that they're there if I need help, and I can make an appointment. But my husband, was at work, and it was something I didn't really want to talk to my mom about at the moment, so I called my friend, and she was great. It was great. So you need to go and find your support system. Whether it's a partner, friends, family members, someone else that's struggling, maybe find a support group, or, go to therapy regularly. Whatever works for you. You have to find it though. It's, you have to go looking for it, and quality is better than quantity. I don't have a ton of friends, but the ones I do have are very good quality, so it makes up for everything. You can't pass that up, quality over quantity. And then the last thing that I have found is to still make sure that you eat something. I cannot tell you how many bad days I've had, whether it was anxiety, depression, whatever, where I just haven't eaten. I won't eat. I'll just not eat. And it makes it 10 times worse. Sometimes not in the moment, but sometimes later the next day, and in the moment, because my physical body, my blood sugars are all over the place. My body's not having the fuel it needs to keep running, and it just makes it worse. So yesterday I made it a point to at least eat lunch and dinner, because I slept through breakfast time. So yeah, I had rolled tacos, which are fried, and a PB&J yesterday, which isn't the greatest, but it wasn't terrible, and I ate, which is important, because I know that if I didn't eat yesterday, I probably would feel worse today. And my appetite is actually back today. I'm feeling more hungry today, which is a good sign that I'm moving in the right direction, because I know personally when I'm not doing well, I lose my appetite. And the more I don't do well and the more I keep going down, the more I lose my appetite. So if I'm not hungry at all, that's a red flag for me that I'm not doing well. So that's just something I've learned about myself. So you have to figure out what your signs are, what your flags are. But I just can't reiterate how important it is to make sure that you eat something, because your mind is kind of like not doing well and you're not feeling well, but your body still needs food and water. like that's not going to change. You need those things. So just make sure you eat something, get something in your system. Um, don't overthink it. Just get something in your system. So, like I said, support system is important. Listening to yourself and figuring out what works for you and making sure you eat something when you are having issues, like what I did yesterday. So, that's what worked for me. And like I said, in the future, who knows? Maybe I'll learn more, better ways to deal with stuff like that. But for right now, this is what's working for me, and I'm open to new things. I'm open to what works. So, feel free if something works for you or you guys have any stories, leave it in the comments. Maybe it'll help me, maybe it'll help someone else. Who knows? So that's the whole point of this YouTube channel that I'm starting, is to kind of help others. So if you guys have anything that's worked for you, feel free to leave it in the comments. Maybe it'll help someone else. Maybe it'll help me. Who knows? So I just wanted to share that update today. And I am going to go eat because I'm starving. But yeah, I'm feeling much better today, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the day with my daughter and husband. So I hope everyone else is having a good day. And if you're not, I hope it gets better. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.